for fucking, honestly, attention and validation. Like it's not like a lot of them don't have the end goal of like, I am on here to do this. Like they'll say that on their profiles and they'll give like a half-hearted effort and shit like that, but it's like the amount of guys they actually go out with isn't really that fucking high. So yeah, there's a whole population of girls you have access to that is not online. Again, I'm not saying still can't use online, because there's plenty of girls on there that you would see only on there, but that you would see on there that you wouldn't doubt. But I'm just saying, like, maximize all avenues. And plus, it's just more exciting. Like, I'm more invested in the date. Like, I could have gone on literally like 5 or 6 fucking dates in the last like 2 weeks, but I'm just like not excited. It's just like, I just see like pictures and text and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. And also, you can show more of your actual personality, it's more congruent. You can show more of who you actually are. Like, you're never going to be able to show exactly who you are through fucking dating apps and shit like that. Like, you're never gonna, you can kind of approximate it, but you're never just gonna be like, because they still don't know when you're actually in front of them. You can have all the freaking pictures and all the stuff that implies certain things, but it's like, who are you when the girl is, like, you are actually in front of the freaking girl, okay? Like, so many girls have these freaking stories of like, yeah, I thought the guy was probably cool, and I thought blah, 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 but then we got on the date and he was awkward, or got on the date and we just weren't feeling it, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, because fucking online is not a representation of who a person is. And girls look at stuff other than just, it's so much more about looks with online and stuff too. And not necessarily, looks, but also kind of more quote unquote superficial things. You can actually, girls will say like, oh, well, I like this, or I don't like this, or whatever the freaking standards are, whatever they're, whatever. Girls say shit all the time that they don't actually mean. But it's like, then when you're actually in front of them, it's like, oh, I'm attracted to this guy. Oh, I actually like how this guy, I'm actually feeling feelings and stuff like that. Like, there's so, like, you can just overcome so many barriers. Like, girls are fine, with stuff like online, because we mostly value girls for their freaking looks. But guys are always at a disadvantage because we rely on other things to show our value. So it doesn't matter how freaking high value and all this other bullshit you are, you're never going to get as good results online as you do in person, because online is conducive to girls. In person, it's conducive to guys, where you can show your personality, show your value, like who you are actually in the moment in front of them, and how you make them feel and all that stuff. So I know this stuff a lot of you guys already freaking know, but I'm just talking in case anyone in your Pursuit group in the future watches this, or just to talk, so there's not a whole bunch of fucking dead air. You know what I need to do is I need to get my freaking I need to get some contacts, because like I keep like squinting at fucking people, and it's like they'll be like 20 feet ahead of me. It's like I'm squinting at them. They're like, oh, I wonder if this guy's interested in me. All right, enough talking. Let's do another freaking approach. I'll be a lazy ass bitch right now. Actually, volume actually hasn't super gone down the last like 45 minutes. Maybe I can stay a little bit longer. Hey, what up? I just passed by that mess. The girl who I freaking approached, the last one, the 29-year-old. She was like, hi, and she like made out all like awkward and shit. That shit's so fucking funny. Okay, you know what? Might have to cut this stream off soon. I'm gonna grab some 643. Yeah, I'll do one. Finish my sweep and go to the frickin' go get some chicken teriyaki. And yeah, do a little debrief. I know I said I was gonna go and direct for multiple approaches, but it's like it's so like once you start going direct, it honestly you actually realize how awkward it is. Like going indirect is actually more awkward and more weird than going direct. It's like you start to see her like why the fuck am I like doing all this pretense and all this other shit? It's like just go up and fucking talk to her. It's more weird to try and think of a reason why you want to talk to her. What more reason do you need? You're a guy, she's a girl, she's attractive. Does she think you're attractive? Okay, cool, let's fucking do something. Oh, she doesn't? All right, on to the next one. Fucking find someone who is. Yeah, so I personally, if anything, I get more anxious if I go indirect because I just know I'm not being congruent, and I think it's weird. But you know, whatever. Honestly, if the same underlying things are, if you know, it doesn't really matter in the end. Like if the same underlying things are true, you have the same underlying traits and all that shit. Like it doesn't really make that much of a difference going direct or indirect. The thing is that you should know how to do both, so you actually know which one you like freaking better. Because if you're going indirect because you want to, okay, that's fine. That's congruent, and you just feel like talking about whatever. That's totally fine. But if you're going indirect because you're scared to go direct, or because you think you have to go indirect, then usually how you do one thing is how you do a lot of other things. So then you have to kind of diagnose, okay, well, what other areas, as far as like, you know, whatever, whether it's the approach or the date or texting or anything like that, like in what other ways are you like roundabout and indirect? And, you know, it could, you know, possibly be hurting your, you know, your results. Or even if it's not hurting your results, let's even just say that it doesn't hurt your results at all, but it's just more mental energy. Like, even if I was like, oh, direct versus indirect, it's literally the exact same results. Just direct is just less mental energy. You don't have to think, okay, well, here's an approach. Okay, I need to think of a specific thing right for this moment. It needs to tailor to the freaking to the situation and all that other stuff. It's just like, it's just not really. Yeah, it's just too much to think about. So it's like, not only is it too much to think about, from what I've seen in my experience, it doesn't help with actual results or conversion rates or anything like that. So, all right, there's this girl over here. I'm gonna freaking approach real quick. Make sure I freaking clear this number out. She looks slightly older. I don't know. I never wore my contacts or my glasses, so she could be fucking 20 or she could be 35. I don't fucking know. All I know is her body is fucking ridiculous. So. Oh yeah, she's definitely taller than me. Holy fuck. Hey, excuse me. You're really fucking cute.
Thank you.
Is that make you feel awkward or? you're like you're like. Is there anything else to that? It's
no,
just like
no. Me.
Oh, my bad.
You're fine.
What are you up to today?
Just looking for a dress to wear to my friend's birthday dinner.
You going to a birthday dinner tonight?
Yeah.
Okay. What's her name? Well, I'm Troy.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I know this is like the weirdest fucking way to go about this. But what are you doing the rest of the weekend?
I don't have things.
Well, would you want to grab a drink?
Sure.
Yeah.
Where do you like to go?
I just moved here like 3 weeks ago from Austin, so I don't really
Really?
have like a So I don't really have like a set place, but I live right downtown, so it's like there's a whole bunch of fucking
Right.
different bars and shit. I usually go out actually to do like karaoke and shit like that. And I
Really?
just drink
You
there.
sing?
Yeah.
That's cute.
I'm good as fuck too. You know,
Really?
don't want to brag or anything like that, but yeah.
You make
I'm pretty
music?
good. I used to, yeah.
Yeah.
Then I started a business, and then I was like, all right, let's just fucking do this and travel and all that other stuff. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, what part of town do you live in?
I actually don't live here, but I have a shop here.
You have a shop here?
Yeah, so I come here like every other week.
Every other
Not
week?
Yeah.
Well, when are you going back? Like, how long are you in town for this time?
I'm waiting on my mom to come back from Washington. I have to pick her up from the airport, and then I'll be leaving probably Monday.
Monday? Shit. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we definitely need to grab a drink tomorrow then before you go.
Yeah, I don't have any plans tomorrow, so.
Fuck yeah, all right. Let me grab your number real quick. There's no way I'm going to know how to freaking spell your name, though. But, what's your number?
615.
Okay, so what was it?
K-I.
K. Like nationality is that, or
I
like
think it's Hebrew.
Hebrew? Okay, I was like, yeah, that looks weird as fuck. All right, well, yeah, I actually literally abandoned my friend to come freaking talk to you. We were gonna go get chicken teriyaki at the freaking food court, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna fucking go talk to that girl. And then you came in here and I lost you. I was like, shit, where the fuck did she go? Anyway, yeah, so I stopped you for like 30 seconds.
It's
If
okay.
that's cool. But yeah, all right, I'm gonna go meet him. But yeah, I'll text you later.
Okay. Well, enjoy the rest of your
It
day.
was
Nice
nice
to meet
meeting you. All right, so yeah, that's one of those ones where again, she was kind of initially like, I wish I could record so you guys could see actual like facial expressions and body language and shit like that. But yeah, seemingly unreceptive on the surface, and it's kind of like, if you guys have ever had those approaches where the girl's like not giving you anything, and you just like don't, you just have to like ask random questions and just kind of, keep things moving forward. And there's sometimes where the girl literally never fucking, like, she never opens up. She never fully is like, whatever. Some girls are just like that. They don't open up that much. Or some girls are like so